Shanti Shanti. He will not be argumentative to establish his point of view, his opinion, because his standpoint is always on the realization of the truth of his own soul. And he becomes Atma Krida, Atma Ratihi. He revels in his own Atma, he revels in himself. He plays with the Atma alone. Even when he is working and apparently he is playing with external things, truly speaking, in his inward level, he is not looking for any joy outside at all. That is the meaning of Atmaratihi. He knows that the joy is my self property and joy is there with him always. We call it prasadam adhigacchati. Prasada. It's not a joy of ecstatic joy always, anything like that. It's not like that. It's a prasada, a constant placidity, a cheerfulness, a lightness remaining constantly in his mind. That is the meaning of Atma Krida, Atma Ratihi. That means his joy will not depend on the external circumstances, external objects, external situations. If anybody abuses him also, he will not lose his placidity there. Kriyavan, he is not karmavan but kriyavan. That means he is not engaged in desireful activities, but he goes on doing whatever he can do for the benefit of the world. As Bhagavad Gita says, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. Whatever is needed by the circumstances and whatever he can do for the world, he goes on doing. These are the effects of this discovery and the awareness of the higher bird, that is our impersonal soul, which is all pervading, which is same as the Brahman. Now let us go to the next verse. Satyena labhyastapasa yesha atma samyajnanena brahmacharyena nityam antasharire jyotirmayo hi shubhro yam pashyanti yatayah kshinadoshaah satyena labhyastapasa yesha atma samyajnanena brahmacharyena nityam antasharire jyotirmayo hi shubhro yam pashyanti yatayah kshinadoshaah. He says satyena labhyas. Now here we already said that he is talking about the sadhana, that what are the pursuits which will lead us to that state. Satyena labhyas tapasa hi esha atma. Labhyaha means can be attained. This atma can be attained, is attained by what? Satyena and tapasa. These are tritiya vibhakti, that is by truthfulness or truthfulness and tapas. Tapas can be various things. Tapas means austerity, but this austerity can be various. We will go deeper into it. Then what else? Samyak jnanena. Samyak means the actual realized knowledge, not the bookish knowledge. I have read all the Vedanta and I have mastered, maybe I have taken by heart also all the shlokas. No, that will not do. Like Narada, as he said, that he was a mantravid, not atmavid. So samyak jnana means he has to have the realized knowledge. Brahmacharyena nityam. Brahmacharya, that means Truly speaking, brahmachari means brahmani charati iti brahmachari. That means who always remains in Brahman. But as a pursuit for that, brahmacharya means celibacy, and brahmacharya nishtha means given to studies and knowledge pursuit, and basically it always means celibacy, that is given to celibacy. Antasharire jyotirmayo hi shubhro yam pashyanti yataya kshina doshaha. The other quality he has given is yatayaha kshina doshaha. Yatayaha is the plural of yati. Now yati generally it refers to sannyasin, but it may not be sannyasin. Any wholesome sadhaka of this truth also will be called yati. But yati generally means renunciates. So one has to become a yati. That means he has to have a very disciplined personal life. Yati means who has a very disciplined personal life based on all kinds of austerities, disciplines, etc. Not giving sense indulgences. That means where you can try to become master of yourself. How will you become master of yourself? Unless you become master of yourself, you will not be master of the world. When we become master of ourselves, our mind, our senses, then we become master of the world, because the world cannot anymore disturb us, cannot anymore sway us from our path. So to become master of the world, we always need discipline, all kinds of discipline, starting from bodily discipline, sensory discipline, food discipline, to mental discipline, intellectual discipline. Any discipline means you have to get over the indulgences given by our faculties. When we work against the indulgences taken by our faculties, various faculties of our personality, then we gather more power, we become more powerful, we get strengthened by that. So any discipline will make us stronger. And as I said earlier, that without discipline we cannot have freedom in any field. Say only by learning the letters, the grammar, the language we have the freedom in the world of literature. Only by very tough learning of various exercises and the sports, we finally get the freedom in the world of sports. For a musician also, undergoing very tough discipline of mastering the Shrutis and various other things, finally we get the liberation in the world of music. We can really enjoy music. So without discipline, real enjoyment cannot be there. Enjoyment, any real enjoyment means we have to have it through a discipline. That will be the freedom. Any freedom comes out of discipline. So yati is very important. One has to become a yati, and kshina doshaha. That means all the doshas have to go, have to become lesser and lesser, and finally they have to go. Now dosha means initially you may say sin, papa, etc. But for a seeker it is not like that. Any bheda buddhi is dosha. Differential notion, likes and dislikes, basically raga dvesha. I said that generally it is said raga dvesha bhaya. Bhaya we will not say, because bhaya means, I have explained earlier, that any fear is the fear of losing what I like and fear of facing what I dislike. All the fears are under that. So fear we are not mentioning. So the dosha means raga dvesha, that always we try to run after what we like and we try to avoid what we dislike. So that mind is always caught, that if a person I do not like, I cannot see his qualities also. I am so much obsessed by my dislike that when he suggests something good, I am not able to accept. When he has many virtues, I am not able to see them. And when we love somebody or like somebody, his defects I am not able to see. There are ample illustrations, examples of that, how we get deluded by our own children also sometimes. When they do something absolutely wrong, we are blind to that. All these are happening because of our obsession. We are always seeing a colored world. Colored with our own likes and dislikes, our this is mine and this is others. With that, the whole world we see is not the real world. We see a deluded world with our colored eyes, colored vision. So Kshina doshaha actually means getting rid of the raga dvesha completely. So these are the sadhanas. First is satya, truthfulness. Why? Because it is the ultimate truth we are aiming at. Why do we speak lies? We have to look into that. Why do we speak lies? Generally, always because of some selfish reasons. It is generally because of selfish reasons. Sometimes it is not of selfish reasons also. In many cases, such lies are not considered to be lies. I often give the example of Vidyasagar. Particularly I remembered because of a question raised by one student, that Vidyasagar was known for his for his knowledge, he was known for his mercy, he was called Dayasagar, and he was known, very well known for his truthfulness, that he will never speak a lie. So once it so happened that his friend, very young friend, died. And the family, they were all Pandits actually given to teaching Sanskrit and all. So they will not be well off in their economic condition, they will be poor generally. They had been generally poor. So the family, it was a big family, the wife and the children, they did not know how to sustain themselves. They did not have any money or any property. So somehow plucking some vegetation, some leaves from the garden or from the forest, they were managing somehow to get some food. The mother will cook and they were struggling to live. Vidyasagar, knowing that, he was suffering a lot, but he knew that this lady is quite self-prestigious. She will not easily accept any gift given by anybody. But they were suffering, and seeing them, Vidyasagar also was suffering. So finally he one day went to the lady and told her that, Ma means we generally call like this in Bengali, mother. I am in great trouble because I had taken money from your husband. Some amount he mentioned, I don't remember. And because your husband has died, I am not able to return the money, I am not able to get rid of my debt. Now our Shastras say that in such cases where the person has passed away, in such case, we can give to the nearest relative, particularly when the wife is surviving, the children are surviving, we can repay the debt to them. So if you please accept, I can be freed of my debt, but I will not be able to give the money together. I will give it every month, some amount I will give. Actually, it was a full lie. Vidyasagar had not taken any money at all. But he wanted the family to survive, and for that this was the only way he could find out. So he started giving that money, and because Vidyasagar was known for his truthfulness, this lady accepted, and the family was supported by his money. Now this story I had narrated when I was addressing school students. So one boy, they were generally quite naughty students, more of them were naughty boys than others. So one boy got up and said that, Swamiji, then it means that we can speak lies. And yes, sometimes you can speak lies. So can you tell me when we can speak lies? The boy said. So I was in trouble, but little thinking, immediately I thought that yes, there is a solution for that. So you can speak the lies, speak a lie when it is not for any selfish reason. Then you can speak the lie. So he was satisfied with that. See, sometimes we may have to speak lie, but we won't call it lie. It is super truth. That is truth also, always speaking truth. You should not get bound by truth. Sometimes we have to transcend these moral codes. That is why in Kathopanishad also, Nachiketa asked Yamaraja that Anyatra dharmad, anyatra adharmad. Anyatra asmat krita kritat, anyatra bhutatya bhavyatya yattat pashyasi tadvada. That means the spiritual truth is transcending all such duality, dharma, dharma and all. So at a certain point, you have to transcend this moral code of Satya and Mithya. Then you will get the supreme truth. To go to the supreme truth, we have to transcend the moral code of Satya and Mithya, but not with the cleverness of gaining some selfish aim that, oh, the Shastras say that I can speak the lie and so I will speak the lie in this manner. Actually, later on I heard that one boy who happened to listen to my talk, he has utilized it in this manner. He was having some love affair with some girl and going away from the house. When the mother was asking, he was telling lies. That means I had gone for this or gone for that, etc. So when they happened to meet our Swamiji, our Gurudev Swamiji, Swami Bhumananda Tirtha, this boy said that Nutun Swamiji, our Swami Nirviseshananda Tirtha, in his lecture, he said that I can tell a lie when it is not harmful to others. So when I heard it, I said that he has cleverly distorted it. I said that you cannot tell a lie because of some selfish reason. It is not only harmful, it should not be harmful to others, that's the first criterion. But also it should not be for any selfish gain. Because he said that I am moving with my lover, so it is not harming anybody, it is beneficial for both. So how can I not speak a lie? I said that he has cleverly subdued the main part of it, that you should not speak a lie out of any selfish reason. So all these distortions of Shastras take place. Everywhere Shastras are distorted, that doesn't mean that we will not speak the truth. So Satya, actually this Satya is, initially it is the Satya, when a person gets rid of all Mithya, that is all selfish Mithya, everything he gets rid of the Mithya, then only he can move from Satya Mithya to the Super Satya, which is the truth. The truth is, even the Mithya is hosted by the consciousness. Even the death is hosted by consciousness. Birth, death, criminals are hosted by this consciousness. Without that consciousness, nothing in this world can be there. Whatever exists in this world, they have all taken refuge in the same consciousness. That is the supreme truth. So this pursuit of Satya is not that easy. Let us not take it simply that, oh, I will not speak lies, I will speak truth. Even what is meant by not speaking lie is not that easy. Suppose I ask somebody that, why are you looking sad today? No, it is all right. I am not looking sad. You are looking sad, that is why I am saying you are looking sad. You are not seeing yourself. But when I am saying there must be some reason. The fact is that the person does not want to reveal the reason. So in that case, it is becoming a mithya. He should say that, well, I have some reason, but Swamiji, I don't want to tell you. It is simple. I am not going to insist that you have to tell me. So he can say that, yes, there is a reason, but I won't tell you. Now, these are all simple, lower level satya, where we also flout. We flout in many places just to hide ourselves. So even in the mind level also, in our mind level, emotional level also, if we want to hide our real identity, our real personality, that is also mithya. Satya need not be always a spoken truth. Say, wherever we are, that is why in Kathopanishad as well as other Upanishads also, repeatedly it is said, Tatona vijugupsate, Tatona vijugupsate. This jugupsa has got various meanings, but the one meaning is that he never hides himself. Once he knows the truth, his real identity, he never hides himself. Tatona vijugupsate. So, hiding means you have a constricted mindset. Why are you trying to hide yourself? That means you are associating your identity with the body-mind personality where there is some negative points which you don't want to uncover or you don't want to accept or you want to hide it. That means it is a constricted selfish orientation. So naturally it will not allow your mind to expand. So how can you, all such tendencies, they will constrict your identity, they will make your mind small, they will keep your mind small. Whatever takes us to constriction, to contraction, whatever contracts our mind, it is going against the self-realization. Because we should remember the fundamental thumb rule. That what is the self? The self is infinite, universal, one, uniform. And what we are thinking about, where do we start from our identity? It is a small identity. I think that I am limited by my body, mind, personality, I am this, I am that. It's a small identity. So we have to move from this smallness to the infinitude. So anything that expands our mind, expands our vision, is spirituality, is sadhana. That will take us to the final expansion to infinitude. And anything that constricts our mind, that contracts, that makes our personality constricted, contracted, that is against the sadhana, that will never take us to our goal of self-realization. This thumb rule we should remember, that expansion is the sadhana and contraction and constriction are asadhana, means opposite of sadhana. So this mithya, not taking to satya, is always related to constriction. But in Vidyasagar's case, the mithya he had taken to, it expanded his mind. It did not cause any constriction. That we should understand. He wanted to help another family, and for helping that, he compromised with his reputation of satyavaditva, that is truthfulness. He was reputed for his truthfulness. For him to speak a lie, naturally he has to compromise with his image there. So that compromise with his image of truthfulness, of a truth sayer, he is actually getting expanded. That ego of truthfulness he is compromising, he is eliminating. Through that lie, actually what he did is, he removed the shell of the ego of truthfulness he had. Is it not so? So he is expanding his mind through that. So in that case, this mithya had expanded his mind further. So is it mithya or is it satya? It is a super satya, it is a super truth which will take him to that ultimate truth. That is how we have to analyze. It is not simple satya and mithya. Initially, we have to get over all the small mithya we resort to. They are all because of our smallness, because we want to hide our various things, hide our defects, hide our whatever mistakes we have done, hide so many other things, hide our intentions, hide our desires. Because of that, we take to mithya. Unless they are all cleared off, we get rid of all of them. How can we go to that supreme truth which is transcendental? After we have got rid of all this mithya, when we have taken refuge under complete wholesome truth, then only we can think of going beyond and taking refuge under the ultimate truth which is beyond the duality of satya mithya. Next is the tapasa, that means tapas, austerity. Now austerities can be of various kinds. There are physical austerities, there are oral austerities, there are mental austerities, there are intelligential austerities. But finally, it is the knowledge austerity which is important for any Upanishadic seeker. What are we attempting at? Depending on that will be the austerity. See, physical austerities in Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, all these austerities are described. It is 17th chapter, 14th, 15th and 16th verse. It says, Devadvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharya Mahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. The first thing they said is the physical austerity of the body. Devadvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Shauchamarjavam. I will not go in very much detail, in short, that Deva Dvija Guru Prajna Pujanam, that worshipping the idols for the Deva Puja, then Dvija means those who are twice born, means those who have the sacred thread, those who do the Gayatri chanting, that's the wise people, and Guru, the Guru, preceptor, Prajna, those who are wise people, worshipping them. Now all these will involve some sort of physical austerity. Because even to do Deva Puja also we have to follow a certain ritual. Actually we think that by doing worship to the Deva is pleased. Actually it is not for pleasing the Deva at all. Whether there is any Deva or not also it doesn't matter. All our rituals are designed as self-disciplines. They are all for our evolution. That is why finally as we evolve in our devotion, finally the whole focus changes and the focus is on our own personality, as we find in the Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter, that what are the lakshanas, the characteristics of a devotee. They are all related to our personality.